What's new in Gutenberg 17.2? So let's see. So allow dragging and drop. Okay. Let's look at the first frame. Allow dragging and dropping out of the beginning and end of a document. That's pretty cool. Virtually enlarging the areas. It doesn't have a visual impact on the rest of the editing experience or on the front end, but it makes a much less finicky experience. So let's see what that does. So let's go to the editor and let's go to, we edit this. Where did that go? Okay, I think maybe I need to, how do I do this? On the document. Okay, let me try something different here. I don't like this. Zoomed in way too far. Yes, leave. I should start paying them. That's right. I should start paying them. Let's do a new post. We're gonna do Gutenberg 17.2. So if I drag, okay, I'm gonna hit save that. If I just, can I drag the block? That looks like the site editor. Does that not look like the site editor to you? I think it does. All right, let's switch over to the site editor again. So if I'm in, say, template, and I go into the index, and I edit this, and I grab block, and I drag and drop it. Is this what they're talking about? Maybe that's what they're talking about. It looks like it's adding a blue line there. Virtually enlarging the area. That doesn't have, Let's look at the GitHub ticket, which is right here. We'll see if there's a before. So before, let's look at that. Let's look at the before. I'll zoom that in. So that's what we're doing. Okay. And this looks like it's just in a page. Anyway, okay, so let's see what the after looks like. Let's look at the before. Okay. Okay, so I think it's these nice blue lines. That is pretty nice. So if I jump back over here and I grab block and I put a paragraph in. Okay, it's doing these really nice lines. That's a nice little feature. I mean, I know for me personally, you know, building out in the block editor, sorry, the site editor is a little bit, can be janky at times, and that's a nice quality of life thing that sort of makes it easier to know where you're inserting something. So I quite like that. Okay, sticky table headers and pagination. These provide extra context when scrolling down a large data set. So this looks like it's part of the data view stuff. So let's, how can we see that? All templates. Oh, we can look at templates maybe. So, okay, so this just becomes a sticky thing. So let's look in our thingy over here. We'll go back to our templates. You manage all templates. Okay. All right. So that's what that is. That's this thing. This is the data view by example, which is like chef kiss. I love this. Okay, so that's just adding the sticky header. That's a nice little, again, quality of life sort of user experience. I think that's pretty good. I wonder how that, I'm excited to start playing with this a little bit. And we'll maybe later in the stream, we'll take a look at that. Cool, next one. Toolbar for distraction-free mode. The block toolbar will now slide into view by moving your mouse to the top of the editor. Oh, okay. So if I am editing, let's say I'm editing, let's go on to begin. out of here. So we go to my posts, we go to my posts, we go to this post, come up here, go into distraction view, free, full screen distraction free, and then I go like that. Oh, that's nice. That's not bad. Little rolly, little roly. There we go. Roly. Sweet. These are small. They seem small. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into these things to make sure they work, but it's a UI looks so much better, but it's a bit laggy for you sometimes. Oh, interesting. Where in which UI? The data list view? Sorry, where am I here? Like if I go into my editor and into the, do I have patterns in here? Manage all of my patterns? Nope. Guess I should probably click on templates because I know that one works. Okay, so templates, manage all templates. You're talking about this view, Kev? Huh. Interesting. I have not seen all in here, eh? Well, I don't know. I think that this could also be that this is partially still experimental, like clicking around. I would like to see, I'd like to, well, that was a bit laggy. That took a little while to jump in. If you could benchmark that, or okay, click on like this template. I'm not seeing super lag, but that doesn't mean it's not there. No, exit the page. Like come out of it. Can you do a screen capture of what you're seeing? Yes, it could. I mean, there's any number of reasons that this could be happening. I plugins installed. I've only got Gutenberg installed. There could be some other things going on. But if you're seeing stuff, that was laggy. I don't know if you noticed that. I clicked and it definitely did a bit of a lag there. And that's not super. I don't know if that's a slow animation, but that looks kind of slow. I don't know if you can see that, but it's slightly zooming in. It's a little bit laggy. I would highly recommend doing a screen capture of what you're seeing it. Yeah, it's probably not translating on straight stream, but it's very slightly laggy. I do a screenshot if you could show it and put it and do a issue and just mention it, because I know they're doing a lot of work on the data views to make it nicer. Cool. Other notable highlights: core data revisions extend support to other post types. Oh yeah, maybe. What's this? So we're getting some more revisions, which is really nice. Template parts now support revisions, which is really cool. Where can I show you that? So if I go into this template, can I don't think I actually, you know what? Let's go in here and I'll make a little change, and then I'll just do that. I'll save it. And I think I should be able to get, yeah, so we have modified a second ago, which is not allowing me to, maybe I need to make more than one change. Let's make another change and we'll do that. Hit save, hit save. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Let me show you that again. So you can click on the last modified and you'll get into the revisions. So the revisions UI is the same UI as it has been forever. But this shows you the differences, which is kind of neat. Pretty cool stuff. But there are, so this is just adding some more revisions. What are we adding it to here? Post entities not written. Anyway, yeah, so you're welcome to go and poke around with that a little bit. Render HTML. Okay, so this in visual mode edit. Oh, this is cool. So you can render HTML and post titles in code view. So you should be able to do this. I kind of looked at this a bit last night. Go into my post, edit. I'm gonna come out of full screen mode actually, and there. And if I switch to code editor, I should be able to do that. And then I said exit the code editor. Cool. So that's a thing. One thing in this, where is it? This is the issue that I'm looking at. So you can have a look at that. We'll get in there eventually. So you should be able to paste the following into the post title field. See, switch to code view. Okay. See no raw HTML on the post. Just to code view. Okay. So let's switch back over to code view and code editor. Let's save. Let's see. Interesting. So it supports HTML, which, I mean, it should support HTML. Okay, so the interactivity API, this is a pretty big change. It's kind of a breaking change. So with 17.2, there's a lot of stuff in the interactivity API that's sort of available now. That's the issue. So this is switching to use modules instead of the enqueue system, which is kind of neat. It does change how you build an interactive block a little bit right now. We're kind of in a weird state because the interactivity API is completely basically out there as of 17.2. There's a thing with the store that has slightly changed, and that'll be added in 17.3, the next release, which is, I think, today's the release, or yesterday maybe was the release candidate. So by next week we should have it available to it, but it's really cool. I'm building something with it that is so much fun. It's a ton of fun, and we don't need to see my messages. So yeah, that's really cool. This is just a different approach. So instead of enqueuing a view script file with your block, it's actually going to be, oh, that's none of your business, Kevin. No, I might even show you guys. I have two things that I was thinking about doing today. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's go through the changelog. So we have the modules API. We talked about that. Anyways, I'm rambling. The interactivity API change basically has moved away from using ViewScript. It still uses the ViewScript file, but right now you have to enqueue it manually because of the module system. Now they're going to be working on making this so it's automated again, but yeah. But I can give you an example actually of how that's being done right now. Let me just do that. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So this is a thing that I'm working on that Kevin is super excited to know about. Why is this not zooming in? There we go. So if you look at a block, I have this block called a vote button, for example. All right. So we notice in here we have support for the interactivity API. It's a dynamic block. It has a view script, but it does not have a reference to the view script in the block JSON, which is fine because what you do is you actually, now I'm doing this a bit more dynamically. So in my blocks, what you're going to do is you're going to use this new function called registered module, Gutenberg register module. And basically you pass it the path to where your view script is in the source, which is a thing. So, and then, you have to pass that and all that stuff. So that's registering the module. And then in your render.php file, you actually have to call Gutenberg enqueue module, and it'll enqueue the one that you registered when you registered your block. It's kind of jumping through hoops a little bit. This is not permanent. This will be, I believe the roadmap means that this will make it automated. So it would be very similar to how you just define a script and it'll just work. But because of the module system, it's not enqueuing a file as it's generating a JavaScript module. Yeah, so that's the big change right now that you have to do manually to work with this stuff. But yeah, let's keep moving. Some translator strings enhancements. Okay, so we already talked about that one. Parent block. Okay, simplify object token. This one looks like it might be sort of, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if that's necessarily what we're needing. Something crazy there. Components, drop down menu 2 stuff, which is pretty neat. Form toggle, slot. Data views, make filter, rotate, by sticky, simple lines, blah blah blah. All styles. Site updated. Not a lot of crazy big sweeping things in here. Layout class, small tweaks. Trash icon, cool. Disable block name support for the nav block company. Okay. We already looked at that one. Image captions, typography, remove script neopace, revisions, selectors to effects. Oh, entity revisions. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Let's look at that real quick. This is interesting. Get revisions. So it's like a use entity thing. So we're gonna get revisions for a post type. Okay, so this is very similar to. I haven't used this yet, but this looks quite nice. So we can get revisions for an entity type, and then this is the entity, and this is the entity type, and this would be the ID for that particular post. So I don't know if this extends to other entities. I guess whatever entities would be in there. So, sorry, whatever entities are supporting revisions at the time. Looks like probably pages and posts and things like that. Throw new error. Used to code custom themes, and I'm so lost with the new way you can do it now. I like to customize things. I know you could still do it the old way, but it feels outdated. Same as last time I caught you live. LOL. Yeah. I had a bit of an epiphany about that, specifically coding. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Let me get through the rest of these, and then we're going to talk about that for a second. Bug fixes core data. There's nothing crazy. Do not trigger. Okay. Cover block. I'm just scanning through here. I don't see anything super cool. I mean, that, the new API stuff is always good to know about. That's pretty funky. Global styles, post under. Styling, modules API, fix for not being copied in general plugin, reinstate anonymous. Accessibility. A lot of stuff going on with the data views. There is a package now for data views that you can play with, which we might get to. These are all the experiments. There's a lot of, this is all data view stuff. It's real. That's right. They're doing a lot there. Post editor. We already did that one. Documentation, tons of documentation. There's some really cool fundamentals of block development stuff that's part of the handbook that my colleague's been working on heavily. It's great. We're also working on changing some of the code tab stuff and removing the vanilla JavaScript references in the handbook. So anything that you see now is going to be like ES Next. It's going to be like React, and all of that stuff. We've got a new block development examples repository that we're working on. All kinds of fun stuff in there. Cool. Code quality, bunch of stuff. Data views, more testing, building tools, security, various data views. All right, do we know anyone? Anyone from the stream got some props? Let's see. If you see your name in here and I don't call it out, you let me know. That's not Kevin. Kevin, get in there, Kevin. Come on. Mamaduka, my man. Love that guy. Rich. Oh, there's me. Great. Okay, cool. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content on WordPress development. You can also join me live every Thursday at 10:30 Eastern on Twitch. Check the description for the link.